Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So, I've been out for a few days, and if you haven't noticed, you need to listen to the show more. No, I've been gone. I've been sick. I had a really bad cold. Couldn't talk hardly at all. I mean, it was just nasty, and I mean, even now I have like this nasally tone to my voice. Hopefully I'll get beyond that soon, so I can get back to the beautiful, in-depth tone that you guys are used to hearing. But anyway, no. So I'll get over this eventually. But anyway, there's a lot that we've got to talk about. And one of the things that just occurred yesterday is President Obama's farewell address. Yes, he is out of here in 9 days. 9 days, he is gone. El finito. Goodbye. He's out, okay? So Obama was delivering his farewell address yesterday in his hometown of Chicago, and he decided to take this as an opportunity to talk about race relations. Now, I remind you, that's supposed to be, if we elect the first African-American president, all of our, issues pertaining to racial division are going to be repaired. They're going to be scars in the past, all right? Well, anyway, did that happen? No. Things got worse. Because now all of a sudden, if you disagree with the first black president, you're a racist. And quite frankly, the Republicans did not hold Obama accountable like they would have had he been white. I'm just going to tell you the way that is. Because the establishment Republicans, they wouldn't pick on him. They would not challenge him hardly at all because they didn't want to be accused of being racist. So, in other words, they were afraid of him because of his race. They go after him, they're going to be accused of being a racist. So it created racism. It's just this entire complex, ridiculous thing that the Obama presidency has caused. And it's going to be completely all over in 9 days. So it really looks promising for the country. But racial division got worse under Obama. It didn't get better like we were told. But anyway, I want you guys to hear what President Obama was talking about in his address that took place yesterday. Go ahead.
If every economic issue is framed as a struggle between a hardworking white middle class and an undeserving minority, then workers of all shades are going to be left fighting for scraps while the wealthy withdraw further into their private enclaves.
Yeah, socialism.
If we're unwilling to invest in the children of immigrants just because they don't look like us, we will diminish the prospects of our own children because those brown kids will represent a larger and larger share of America's workforce.
Okay, now let's understand something real quick. Is this a major issue where people are being denied employment because of their race? Is that a major issue now? Because, we have laws in this country that prohibit that from taking place. And if this stuff is still occurring, as we are being told by President Obama, the first black president, why didn't he take care of that as the first black president? Guys, basically, from what I'm getting from this, is that it is just gibberish, further going down this path of absurdity, all right? Because, what I get from this, and this is my take, because he continues on talking about different stuff. We're going to be getting to that here in a minute, referring to America's willingness to invest in brown kids, even as immigrants do not look like us. Now, let's get to this. By referring to immigrants that do not look like us, is that the real reason why people are so reluctant? Because I know where he's going with that. He is going to the point of where he's proposing that the reason why people are so adamantly in opposition of illegal immigration is because of their race. So, I mean, considering that the Democratic Party believes in undocumented immigrants, does that mean that people who refuse to hire illegal immigrants are racist under this president? I mean, that's
And we have shown that our economy doesn't have to be a zero-sum game. Last year, incomes rose for all races, all age groups, for men and for women. So if we're going to be serious about race going forward, we need to uphold laws against discrimination in hiring and in housing and in education and in the criminal justice system. That is what our Constitution and our highest ideals require. But laws alone won't be enough.
So there was President Obama. Laws alone will not be enough. Well, like I said, we already have laws on the books. And I don't think that there is an active campaign going on here to remove laws prohibiting people from refusing to hire someone based upon the pigment of their skin, okay? The pigmentation of their skin. I don't think, I haven't heard about that. I haven't heard about, either party that's trying to make America racist again, okay? I haven't heard that at all. Now, that's been what the Democratic Party has been accusing Trump of, but I haven't heard that whatsoever, being expressed. Because, see, here's the thing that really gets me, guys. I'm so fed up with racism. I mean, if you've listened to me enough, I don't understand racism, okay? I mean, for crying out loud, it's the color of your skin. It's pigmentation, all right? Some people have blue eyes. Some people have green eyes. Some people have brown eyes. I personally have pretty blue eyes. No, I'm joking, okay? But anyway, yeah, I have blue eyes, all right? Some people have brown hair. Some people have blonde hair. Some people have red hair. They are gingers, okay? I don't understand what the big deal is about skin color, because it's just another characteristic of an individual. So what's the point of obsessing over it? Now, at the same time, I don't understand why if a person is a certain skin color, they're automatically a bad person. I don't know how that works. I don't understand superiority. Oh, well, I have brown hair and you have blonde, so that means I'm better than you. It's the same exact thing. It's just like saying if you're white, you feel like you're better than somebody because they're, Latino or black. It's pathetic. Okay, it doesn't make any ounce of sense. But at the same time, I don't like the insinuations that there's an active movement out there to try to bring racism back. Because that's what all of this is about. We have to fight. We have to fight to prevent blacks from, being denied service again. From being denied employment because of their race. Yeah, okay. No one's trying to fight for that. No one is actively having a campaign to give white people the ability to refuse to hire somebody because of their race. Okay, no one is fighting for that. So it's just rhetoric coming from the president. And if the only thing that this guy has that is quote unquote an accomplishment is upholding laws that prohibit racism with employment, housing, and things like that, this guy has accomplished diddly squat. All right, he's accomplished nothing. I mean, his signature healthcare law is about to be overturned here very shortly. So, I mean, guys, it's just really pathetic to me. And the thing that gets me, I mean, they try to accuse Donald Trump of being a racist, this and that. For crying out loud, the guy has done business with minorities. I mean, he was never recognized as being a racist until he announced that he was a Republican. He was loved by the Democratic Party. I mean, there are pictures of him when he was a Democrat with Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. But as soon as they say that they're Republican for some reason, all of a sudden, they're recognized as racist. And the media goes along with it because they're, working alongside the Democratic Party. And the thing that gets me is that the Democratic Party, if you really want to get down to it, is the party of Jim Crow. They are the party of segregation. They are the party of slavery. But all of a sudden, Republicans are responsible for all that? When it's the Democrats that fought for it? When not long ago, you had Robert C. Byrd, who served as the head of the Senate for the Democratic Party, the Senate Majority Leader for the Democrats. And he was a former member of the Ku Klux Klan and recruited hundreds from the state of West Virginia. I mean, guys, I'm sorry. It's so absolutely pathetic. It really is. But, you know, that's the thing that gets me. These people talk about how they want to unite, how they want to unite the country, how they want to repair the areas where we are divided. However, they don't make an effort whatsoever to do that. Because I'm going to be honest, I mean, exactly what I said. Pigmentation is a physical characteristic. Okay? It is just a characteristic as eye color, as hair color, as the color of your teeth. And I've seen a lot of people with some pretty disgusting looking teeth. It doesn't matter, all right? It makes absolutely no difference. It's just a characteristic that you were born with, clearly, okay? An external characteristic. So to make an entire debate, to make an entire, group such as racists, it doesn't make any sense to me. Because why would you hate a person just because of a physical characteristic that they were born with, when it's just equivalent to like eye color or skin color or hair color? It's all the same. I don't get it. But rather than presenting a message like that, a message of unity, a message of sanity, of logic, these people stir stuff up. And they present their arguments in the most divisive way that is meant to divide rather than unite. Because they make it out like there are people out to get them. Like there are people that are trying to make it so that minorities will be able to be discriminated against in the areas of housing, in the areas of employment. Making it out like there's an active campaign to oppress them. And the reason why they do that is because that's how they keep getting those people to vote time and time again. Because if Democrats can convince minority groups that by voting Republican, they are voting against their race, they have their vote. They have their vote. Because if they vote Republican, if a minority votes Republican, then they are recognized by the Democratic Party and their community as betraying the race. Why? Because it's a stupid notion that the Democrats have instilled into this country. It's poison, and it is really, it's got to be broken. It has to be broken. And it's time for people to start speaking up and combating this garbage, because it's gotten to a point where it's absolutely ridiculous. But, Obama, I mean, I don't know what's next for Obama. I think if we ever do get another Democratic president, you can look for him to be appointed to the Supreme Court or potentially an ambassador at the United Nations or something, but I'm just glad that he's gone. 9 days he's out. Another thing that we have up here, we have Jeff Sessions that is going through a confirmation hearing at the, he's really being confirmed for Attorney General. But anyway, I want to get to Feinstein here in a minute. She's, and for those of you who don't remember who Dianne Feinstein is, she is the woman that really was adamantly fighting to ban certain types of guns, and we're talking like shotguns and stuff like that. I mean, just an absurd Democrat. But apparently she acknowledged a dreamer, which, if you don't know what a dreamer is somebody who's basically an illegal immigrant that dreams of citizenship and voting for the Democratic Party. So basically, they're undocumented Democrats. We'll be getting to that here in just a second. Stay with us.
Fighting liberalism one lie at a time.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program, where I'm getting over a horrible cold, and I have this little nasally sounding voice, and it's so unappealing, but yeah, we're getting through it. I've been out since Thursday. I've had this since Thursday, so like several days. It's awful. I need to get over this thing. Speaking of snot, Dianne Feinstein, however you pronounce her name, apparently acknowledged a dreamer at Sessions' confirmation hearing. Now, what's the point of acknowledging a dreamer? I guess you're trying to, and by the way, like I explained in the last segment, a dreamer is somebody who is an undocumented Democrat that is here illegally that dreams of citizenship, okay? Well, anyway, Dianne Feinstein decided to acknowledge a dreamer at Sessions' confirmation hearing, I guess to try to influence Democrats, vote against Sessions because they should, I guess, get somebody in there that supports illegal immigration. Here's Dianne Feinstein.
By just quickly introducing some Californians in the audience, Congresswoman Maxine Waters from Los Angeles, Congresswoman Barbara Lee from the Bay Area, also Denise Rojas, who is a dreamer who has been enormously successful. I had the privilege of writing an article about her, and also the Reverend Dr. Amos Brown, whom I've known for 40 years, and the Reverend Dr. Frederick Haynes. They are part of the ministerial delegation here today. The senator before us this morning is...
So that was Dianne Feinstein, yeah. So here's the thing. This Rojas, whatever her name is. Guys, I've got to tell you, do we have that daydream believer thing? That would be perfectly fitting for this entire thing. Dreamer. There you go. That's it. So anyway, let me explain to you what's going on here, right? So you have Feinstein that is from California, okay? And she had some other congresswomen there. But the thing that I want to stress is that she brought up this dreamer who has been enormously successful, according to her. But the thing is that San Francisco is the largest sanctuary city in the country, okay? Now, we have an article here. This is from the San Francisco Chronicle, and what they've been trying to do is scrambling to protect sanctuary cities. In other words, their sanctuary city status. So just days after this, according to the article there from San Francisco Chronicle, just days after Donald Trump was elected as America's next president, Mayor Ed Lee stood with a line of top city officials on City Hall's grand marble staircase to promise that San Francisco will uphold its 27-year-old sanctuary city laws protecting people who are in the country illegally. So there you go. Now, guys, here's the thing. All right? What Dianne Feinstein was trying to accomplish basically is to influence Democrats not to support Jeff Sessions, because as soon as Jeff Sessions gets in there as Attorney General, he's going to be enforcing the laws that Congress has passed, which, yeah, sanctuary cities are illegal. They are illegal. So, therefore, there isn't going to be any of this. It's gone. El finito. Finished. So, I mean, guys, we need somebody in there that's going to enforce the laws. All right? That's not going to compromise. Because what ends up happening, no one cares about grandma who's 89 years old that's here illegally. All right? Those aren't the people that, we're all that concerned about. But the people that you should be concerned about are the ones that are coming across the border, that are bringing drugs, that are bringing crime, that are bringing horrible stuff to the country. If you want to become a United States citizen, then let us vet you. Go through the process the proper way. We have a process to become a United States citizen. But just to say, no, we're just going to give whoever wants citizenship. It's irresponsible, because we don't know what's coming across our border. And they could we could get terrorists over here. Without having a secure border, we are increasing our risks of terrorism. We are increasing crime. We're increasing all of these various factors. And it's very irresponsible for leadership to do that. And we have to, take a stand. We have to support the rule of law. And we need an attorney general that will enforce the laws. So for Dianne Feinstein to try to gain sympathy by having a dreamer at this little confirmation hearing to try to influence Democrats, I mean, Lord forbid we get an attorney general that actually enforces the law. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right. But that's Feinstein. All right. Now, we have some other bits here that I want to play for you. This is from a montage of the different media outlets, because in the next segment, how long do we have in this segment? Yeah, we'll get to it in the next segment. I want to get to an audio bit of Meryl Streep. She is a Hollywood actress, and she decided to go on this little temper tantrum at the Golden Globes, attacking Donald Trump. And apparently she's just heartbroken that Trump got it. Oh, I can't take it. But so we're going to begin to that in the next segment. More Hollywood tears. It's always just wonderful to be able to listen to. But before we get to that, Media Research Center created a montage of a decade of media drooling over President Barack Obama. I want you guys to hear this.
You can see it in the crowd. The thrill, the hope. How they surge toward him. You're looking at an American political phenomenon.
Oh my.
You are the equivalent of a rock star in politics. Many people afterwards, they weren't sure how to pronounce your name, but they were moved by you. People were crying. You tapped into something. You touched people.
I have to tell you, it's part of reporting this case, this election. The feeling most people get when they hear a Barack Obama speech, I felt this thrill going up my leg. I don't have that too often.
Steady.
No, seriously, it's a dramatic event. He speaks about America in a way that has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with the feeling we have about our country. And
just freeze that for a second. Isn't that such a creepy thing to say? I mean, even that was all the way back, Chris Matthews, 2008. Isn't that such a creepy thing to say? I have this thrill, that goes up my leg every time that I hear him speak. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Chris Matthews? My gosh.
And that is an objective assessment.
On the bus ride along the snowy road to Lebanon, New Hampshire, I showed him this week's Newsweek, hot off the presses.
How does this feel, of all the honors that have come your way, all the publicity? What does it make you think of? Is there a loved one?
I like to say that in some ways, Barack Obama is the first president since George Washington to be taking a step down into the Oval Office. I mean, from a visionary leader of a giant movement, now he's got an executive position that he has to perform in.
Really, a lot of people.
Oh my gosh.
People from
so Obama is like George Washington. Wow. Because Obama led the Continental Army. Got it.
All
Okay.
over the world, frankly, say to me, here comes a president with a huge mandate, a huge reservoir of goodwill, huge promises to change. And with all of that, his popularity is down. People don't appreciate some of the amazing legislative agenda that he's accomplished.
When you watch the president like that, I always feel he's got so many pluses, hasn't he? I mean, in the sense he's personable, he's handsome, he can be funny. Abroad he has his great image for America. A lot of things are just perfect about Barack Obama.
Sounds like an eHarmony
This guy's
commercial.
done everything right. He's raised his family right. He's fought his way all the way to the top of the Harvard Law Review. In a blind test, becomes head of the review, the top editor there. Everything he's done is clean as a whistle. He's never not only broken any law, he's never done anything wrong. He's the perfect father, the perfect husband.
He's never broken any law. Didn't he smoke weed in college? Oh my gosh, the guy's a pothead growing up. And yeah, never broke any law. He's just God. That's Chris Matthews, MSNBC's. Talk about adultery, man.
Perfect American. And all they do is trash the guy.
It's trash. And we'll be right back.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China...
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. Oh, that was fun. And you know what? That was just a few minutes. I mean, we still have more audio bit of that media drooling over Obama. We won't get to it, though, because we have something else that we got to talk about. I'll put a link up on CaidenCowgerProgram.com if you guys want to watch the full video. But it's something to see. You probably want to share that. But anyway, I want to play this audio bit here for you from Meryl Streep of her little speech at the Golden Globes and about how just emotionally traumatized she was by Donald Trump's win. And then we have two reactions that I want to also read here for you of people that weren't too pleased after watching that speech. Go ahead and play it.
Thank you. Please sit down. Please sit down. Sit down. Thank you. Yeah. I love you all, but you'll have to forgive me. I've lost my voice in screaming and lamentation this weekend, and I have lost my mind sometime earlier this year, so I have to read.
She's probably bawling her eyes out at her shrine to Hillary Clinton in her basement.
Thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. Just to pick up on what Hugh Laurie said, you and all of us in this room really belong to the most vilified segments in American society right now. Think about it. Hollywood, foreigners, and the press. But who are we? And you know, what is Hollywood anyway? It's just a bunch of people from other places. I was born and raised and educated in the public schools of New Jersey. Viola was born in a sharecropper's cabin in South Carolina, came up in Central Falls, Rhode Island. Sarah Paulson was born in Florida, raised by a single mom in Brooklyn. Sarah Jessica Parker was one of 7 or 8 kids from Ohio. Amy Adams was born in Vicenza, Veneto, Italy. And Natalie Portman was born in Jerusalem. Where are their birth certificates?
Oh, that's funny. They're not running for president either.
And the beautiful Ruth Nega was born in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, raised in Ireland, I do believe. And she's here nominated for playing a small-town girl from Virginia. Ryan Gosling, like all the nicest people, is Canadian. And Dev Patel was born in Kenya, raised in London, and is here for playing an Indian raised in Tasmania. So Hollywood is crawling with outsiders and foreigners. And if we kick them all out, you'll have nothing to watch but football and mixed martial arts, which are not the arts.
So wait, what's wrong with football? What's wrong with martial arts? I guess that is for peasants, right? Yeah, because we are Hollywood. We look down to you. You watch football? You're scum. That's not the arts. Okay, whatever. I just love for Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee just to jump on that stage and do a good karate kick. That would be. Say it's not the arts now.
To say this, so. An actor's only job is to enter the lives of people who are different from us and let you feel what that feels like. And there were many, many, many powerful performances this year that did exactly that. Breathtaking, compassionate work. But there was one performance this year that stunned me. It sank its hooks in my heart. Oh. Not because it was good.
Oh,
it was.
Really?
There was nothing good about it.
Oh my, what was it?
But it was effective and it did its job.
Come on, Meryl.
It made its intended audience laugh.
Come on,
and show their teeth.
Oh my. Ew.
It was that moment.
What was it?
When the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter.
Oh.
Someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back.
All right, freeze it for a second, okay? Guys, you know what she's talking about, right? Donald Trump, of course, she's referring to Donald Trump. Okay? Donald Trump was giving an expression about this reporter that was basically using gotcha questions, stuff like that. Okay? I mean, it was awful. I don't even know if Trump knew who this reporter was, had ever even met him. But anyway, the reporter said something that was really stupid and then acted like he didn't say it, okay? And as a reaction, mocking this reporter, not because of his disability, but because he was acting stupid. Trump did this little gesture thing, oh, I don't know what I said, and was shaking his hands around, okay? And apparently, Trump said, I don't remember the guy, I didn't know the guy. It just so happened that guy had this type of disability where it caused his, hands to do that type of stuff. Well, anyway, Trump, there's no way possible. It's a name on a piece of paper. All right, there's no way possible that Trump knew who that person was. Trump said he didn't know who he was. So he wasn't mocking the guy. Any decent person wouldn't mock somebody with a disability. But see, that doesn't fit into the liberal narrative because they have to paint this picture that conservatives and that Donald Trump are these horrible people that mock people with disabilities. But anyway, keep playing it. This is Meryl Streep.
Kind of broke my heart when I saw it, and I still can't get it out of my head because it wasn't in a movie. It was real life. And this instinct to humiliate, when it's modeled by someone in the public platform, by someone powerful, it filters down into everybody's life because it kind of gives permission for other people to do the same thing. Disrespect invites disrespect. Violence incites violence. When the powerful use their position to bully others, we all lose. Okay.
Freeze! What is that supposed to mean when the powerful use their position to bully others? That's all that Hollywood does. They always bully people. I mean, for crying out loud, I can tell you that when I was just discussing my views pertaining to traditional marriage, pertaining to, my belief in social conservatism, I had Josh Hutcherson on my back. And there was a guy that was active in Hollywood, very much so active in Hollywood, using his position of power to bully me. So, I mean, guys, this is so absolutely pathetic. I mean, Hollywood is pure hypocrisy that you are seeing on display here at the Golden Globes. Keep playing it. This is Meryl Streep.
Okay, this brings me to the press. We need the principled press to hold power to account, to call them on the carpet, every outrage. That's why our founders enshrined the press and its freedoms in our Constitution. So I only ask the famously well-heeled Hollywood foreign press and all of us in our community to join me in supporting the Committee to Protect Journalists, because we're going to need them going forward, and they'll need us to safeguard the truth. One more thing.
Yes, that's exactly what Hollywood is. That is exactly what Hollywood is. Hollywood is, they're the defenders of the press. They are the great knights in shining armor coming to save the day. What they actually are having to save is a liberal media. Because the liberal media is imploding. They lost their power. Despite all of their attempts to take out Donald Trump, the American people saw beyond that. 75% said that they wanted Hillary to win. That the media wanted Hillary to win. And the media is imploding. So, in other words, they're saying, we're going to have to support them. Because the American people aren't supporting the members of the press anymore. Because they're liars.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
It safely eliminates stress and anxiety. It makes commuting, driving your kids around, or driving a truck more fun. It makes gift shopping easier. It's Happy Driving Stress Reduction, a revolutionary patent-pending tool that works while you drive. Find Happy Driving Stress Reduction on iTunes, Amazon, or Google Play. Make life easier. Buy Happy Driving Stress Reduction today.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
Go get your copy of Prelude to World War III, The Rise of Islamic Republic and the Rebirth of America. World War III Series Volume 1, available in paperback and Kindle edition on Amazon by the authors James Rozone and Miranda Watson. By the 2020s, America was no longer a world superpower. The military had been cut to a bare-bones level, and while the U.S. was focused internally, the door opened for new powers to emerge on the world stage. In the wake of this power vacuum, China.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group is a company that deals with investing in precious metals such as gold and silver. They've been in business for over a decade and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've been featured on Fox News, Market Watch, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Reuters, Fox Business, Financial Times, and Forbes magazine. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. They also offer various ebooks on investing in gold, such as the Definitive Gold Guide. So once again, if you're interested, you can call 1-800-932-4108. That's 1-800-932-4108. All right, guys, let me tell you about our friends at the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja is a company that specializes in slashing debt. They deal with various debt problems such as tax debt, debt settlement, debt consolidation, student loan debt, credit repair services, and bankruptcy. That is 1-800-826-1132. Now, their company, the Debt Ninja, operates on a national level and have worked to fight the IRS for many of their clients. If you're interested, you can call at 1-800-826-1132. That is 1-800-826-1132. Once again, that is 1-800-826-1132. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies filing for bankruptcy, American Auto Protection has announced an extended service plan that is now available to the general public. This plan reduces the cost of auto repair expenses. Maximum Car Care was created to assist qualifying car owners with lowering repair bills of cars under 130,000 miles and under 12 years old. Maximum Car Care works to limit the expense of auto repair bills, roadside assistance, rental coverage, and towing. Their number is 1-800-824-9762. That is 1-800-824-9762. Once again, that is 1-800-824-9762. Maximum Car Care is a proud sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Wanted to take some time at the end of the show to tell you about a friend of mine. On January 8th, 2017, a friend of mine, Joe Shaw, passed away at the age of 69. And Joe was a really nice, warm person. I mean, every time I saw him, he had a smile on his face. He was just really super nice. He'd call me up all the time. I'd have an opportunity to get to know him better last year. We were running for city council. Joe was really adamantly in support of religious liberty, of course, along with me. And we were hoping that one of us would win. But he would call me up from time to time, to put it lightly, and he would talk about various issues going on with the election and local issues, national issues. And he was also very much so in support of pro-life causes. I mean, he was dedicated towards that. And he would, be very vocal when it came to social issues, defending religious liberty, defending our constitutional rights, defending believers of the faith. And most of all, Joe loved the Lord with all his heart. He loved God, no question about it. And, the Bible says, absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And, he's walking down those streets of gold right now. But he was really just, he was a wonderful person. And I'm honored and privileged to have had the opportunity to know him. And one of the things that was the most memorable moment was when I was 13 years old. Because, those of you who have kept up with me, there was a very difficult period that I'd went through in my life where I was being bashed by the national media because of my views pertaining to traditional marriage. I opposed same-sex marriage, and I opposed the president endorsing same-sex marriage and homosexuality because I viewed homosexuality as being harmful, and I didn't want to see members of my generation participate in something that was going to harm them. And by President Obama speaking up and accepting it, giving approval, I knew that it was going to result in more young people participating in experimentation. And, is really going to affect a lot of younger Americans. And sure enough, now we have GSAs in practically every school that makes certain that kids are comfortable in practicing that there's no objection to it, even if it's done so in a loving manner. And it happened. But nevertheless, I was really attacked because of my stance in support of biblical marriage. And Joe had called my house, actually, because my mother had him in class, and my grandfather knew him also. But Joe had called my house and expressed that he really supported me, and to just keep up the good work, to keep going forward, and really offered words of encouragement in a trying time. And he was one of very few local voices that was so supportive. But I had called him back and thanked him for his support and for his kind words, and that was the first time I had spoken with him. And he was really just a wonderful guy, very warm person, and he will greatly be missed. And now, he's with Christ. But guys, he's in a better place now. But please keep the family in prayers, keep the friends in prayers. But just wanted to tell you a little bit about him. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening to us. For more information about the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you and God bless.